Hello, everyone. Welcome to the classroom. Today we will learn about lesson 2, how will you divide? So before the class, you can prepare a pencil and eraser and a piece of paper so that we can calculate together, right? And we also have the handout for today's lesson. So you can, if you already print it out, you can also prepare it. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Hello, hello. Welcome to the classroom. If you can hear me clearly, you can also type 1 in the chat box. Hello, Candice. Good to see you. 小灰灰, hello. There's still 2 minutes before the lesson. So if you want to go to the toilet, you want to prepare the pencil, the pen, the eraser, the paper, or everything, just take your time, okay? Hi. Good evening, everyone. Today we will learn about the lesson 2, that is about how will you divide. It is telling us how can we divide equally. It is not like the multiplication or the division, but more basic things about how can we equally share something into equal groups. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Prepare a pencil, an eraser, also your paper. If you already printed out the handout, you can also use it during the class. Hello, everyone. There's only 1 minute before the class, so let's wait 1 more minute. Hello. Okay, everyone, class begin. So let's have a look what we will learn today. As for today's lesson, Teacher Jane will learn the lesson 2 about calculation. That is, how will you divide? Probably in the previously we've already learned about the addition and subtraction, right? And in the future, we will also learn about multiplication and division. But as for today's lesson, we won't learn about how times how equals how many. We only learn about how can we share the amount, the total amount, into equal groups. That is, how can we divide something equally, okay? So this is for today's lesson. We can see that. As for today's lesson, we will learn how can we equally divide something, and then we will also try to divide large numbers equally together. So everyone, we can see that today is still Teacher Jane that learn with all of you, and we can see that today is already the second lesson for the calculation camp. That is the calculation booster 2, right? So today is already 18th of October. So we can see that is in the next week we will have our TASMO computation. So everyone, make sure you're already very well prepared before the test, okay? So we can see that before the test, you can do more practice about your calculation. Also, next week, we will learn something more about the 2D and 3D shapes. And then during the daily life, probably you also developed very well about your logical reasoning, right? So that is all for the contents about the computation. So everyone, we can see today is already Friday, so next week we will have 2 more lessons about the special recognition. And also after today's lesson, Teacher Jane will send you the sample paper for today, for this year TASMO. That is sample paper for 2024 TASMO. Okay, so everyone, we can see that as for today's lesson, after the class, we will also have daily math doses. That is our DMD, right? So if you submit your homework, you can get 1 point. And also, if you are among the earliest 10 submissions every day, you will have 1 extra point. So you will have 2 points in total. So after you get 3 points, each 3 points, you can redeem a small gift like the keychain on the top right corner. So everyone, now let's start and see as for today's lesson, what will happen and how can we solve the problems together. Okay, everyone, let's have a look. Oh, seems like the internet is not that good, everyone. Sorry about that. Okay, let me change the internet, okay? Link to another one. It's stuck here. Sorry about that. Let me check my internet. Okay, so everyone, we can see as for today's story, it will happen in a farm. And what we need to do is just to share the things, how can we share the cows and the sheep into equal groups, right? So let's have a look. So everyone, we can see that here we got 8 sheep in the screen. So think about that. If there are 2 fences, how can we share the sheep into equal groups so that each fence they will have the same amount of sheep? Everyone, think about this question. You can also type your answer in the chat box. Think about that. As for each fence, there will be how many sheep? Okay, everyone, let's do it together. Imagine that we can draw some circles to show the sheep, right? So everyone, there are how many sheep altogether? Good job, Sarah, Bakatang. Okay, so everyone, we can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8 sheep altogether. So we can see 1 sheep for here. The second sheep in the second fence, third sheep, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So we can see one fence, another fence, one fence, another fence. Each one of them, each time of them, they will have one sheep here, right? So after doing the sharing, after dividing them, we can see that as for each fence, there will be 4 sheep. Good job, everyone. Good job, Andy. Good job. Oh, that is Sydney and Julian, right? Good job. Okay, so everyone, we can see that. This time, I want to split 9 apples equally for 3 of my friends. How can I do it? Everyone, this time, we can see there are how many apples in total. You can type in your chat box. How many apples are there in total? Okay, we can count together. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 apples altogether, right? Good job. Okay, I've already got some answers in the chat box. Yes, there are 9 apples. So we can see 1 apple for the first plate, another apple for the second plate. So we just share them one by one and then get to know as for each plate there will be how many. Okay, so everyone, let's do it right now. We can see the third plate, the third apple, we will put it in the third plate, right? And then the fourth apple for the first plate, fifth apple for the second plate, sixth apple for the third plate, and then 7, 8, 9. So imagine that you are sharing the apples with your daddy and mommy. Each one of you will get how many, right? So we can see that if we want to share 9 apples equally for 3 of my friends, we can just, each of them will get 3. Good job, everyone. Get your final answer. Yes, perfect. Then everyone, let's move on. How about this? If there are 8 pens, we want to share them equally among 4 children. Which of the option below shows the correct sharing method? So everyone, could you please type your answer in the chat box? Let's think about this question. Which option is the correct sharing method? We want to make sure 8 pens are shared equally among 4 children. Okay, I've already got some answer. Good job, Max. How about Candice? How about Junheng? How about, okay, everyone, good job. So as for this question, the final answer will be B, because we can see that we want to share 8 pens equally among 4 children, right? So imagine that as for each circle, it shows how many pens that 1 children can have. So that we can see as for the first option, the second circle, imagine this is kid A, kid B. The kid B will cry, right? So we can see, why you have so many pens, and I also want to have more. So this is not fair, right? So option B is the correct one. So we can see that if we share 8 pens equally among 4 children, then each one of them will get 2 pens. Then how about C? We can see that C means 2 of the kids can get 4 pens, and the other 2 kids just cry and say, oh my God, I don't have any pens. So the correct answer here will be B, so that everyone can get the fair answer. Okay, good job, everyone. But sometimes there's some other ways that how can we share the things. So everyone, we can have a look at the video and let's do it together. Look here. Oops, sorry, today's the video is
Two here and two there.
Okay, so everyone, have you seen that just now? This time we don't need to always share them one by one, right? We can see this time we can also group them two by two. Two here, two there, two here, two there, right? So there are 4 piggies for each fence. So this time we can see sometimes there could be more than one way to divide them into equal groups. So everyone, let's have a look at this question. 12 wild mushrooms can be divided into different numbers of groups, and the numbers of mushrooms in each group must be the same. We know that share something equally means that the number in each group, they must be the same, right? So everyone, can you try to complete the table? So we can see the first row of the table shows that the number of groups. That means that in total, we want to share them into how many different groups? For example, just now, we have 2 fences, right? So that means we want to share them into 2 equal groups. And then we can see the number of mushroom in each group. Just like the piggies, we can see because we share them into 2 equal groups, and as for each group, there will have 4 mushrooms, right? So as for the second row, for example, what we need to do is just to write down how many mushrooms are there in each group. So everyone, let's try to do it together. For example, we can see there are 3 rows, right? So we can also see each row, the number, they are also the same, right? So probably we can see, can we try to share them into 3 equal groups? And then think about that. As for each group, there will have how many mushrooms? Everyone, you can type in the chat box. Okay, Chanfan, good job. How about Danko? What is your answer? Okay, good job, Candice. So fast. So then we can see that as for each group, if we want to share them into 3 equal groups, like this, then as for each group, there will have 4 mushrooms, right? Then everyone, think about another way. Is there any other way that we can share the mushrooms? Let's do it together. So probably we can share them into 4 equal groups, right? Because we can see, according to the picture, there are 4 columns. And as for each column, the number of mushrooms, they are also the same, right? So everyone, probably we can try it together. As for each group, this time, it will have how many? Okay, good job, Junkai. So everyone, we can see that if we share them into 4 equal groups, as for each group, there will be 3 mushrooms, right? 3 mushrooms. Okay, so everyone, this is how can we share them. Good job, Yuancheng. So we can see if we share them into 4 equal groups, there will have 3 mushrooms for each group. And then probably there's some other ways. What about we can share them into 2 equal groups? 2 equal groups. How can we do it? As for each group, there will have how many? 2 equal groups. 1 for the first group. If you want to draw on your paper, you can also see that there are 2 groups, and as for each group, there will have how many? So there are 12 in total, right? 12. So we can give the first one to the first group, second one to the second group, and then this is the first group, this is second group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So as for each group, there will have 6, right? Good job, Max. Good job. Good job, Yancheng. Good job. Good job, everyone. So we can see this time we know how to share them into different groups, and there are still some other ways that we can share them. So after you come back home, you can also try to think about if we share them into different number of groups. As for each group, there will have how many mushrooms. Okay, so we can review our key points here. That is, equal means that everyone must have the same, or they will say, oh, it is not fair. I don't want to like it. So everyone, let's do a pig kicking time. You ready? Let's go. So think about this question. If we want to share the cows into 2 equal groups, there will have how many cows in each fence? There are 8 cows. We want to share them into 2 equal groups, 2 fences. There will have how many for each fence? Okay, good job, everyone. So we can see the correct answer here will be 4 cows for each group. Okay, everyone. Good job, Julian, Sydney. How about you? Okay, very well done, everyone. So this time, let's try to do the question together. Teacher wants to divide 16 leaves to 4 students. Each child will get how many leaves? As for this question, how can we do this? We can see this time we want to share 16 leaves. This is the total amount, right? And to 4 students. So it means that we want to have 4 equal groups, right? So we can see this time we want to see each child will get how many leaves. Okay, everyone, you can type your answer in the chat box. Okay, already got a correct answer. Perfect. The correct answer will be 4. So everyone, we can see that this time what we need to do is just to share them into 4 equal groups, because we can see there are 4 columns, right? And as for each column, there are 4 leaves. Or you can also think horizontally. There are 4 rows. And as for each row, there are also 4 leaves, right? So we can do it in another way. Perfect. Very well done. And then how about this question? If we can divide 20 pairs equally among James and his 4 friends, each person will get how many pairs? We can see this time the total amount is 20 pairs, right? This is the total. And then among James and his 4 friends, each person will get how many pairs? Think about that. What is the number of groups? Be careful. Candy's got 4. How about Julian, Sydney, Jinheng, Max? Danko, how about you? Changfan? Okay, Julian, Sydney. This time we get different answers. Okay, someone got 5, someone got 4. Which one is correct? Everyone, type your final answer in the chat box. Which one is correct? Someone got 4, someone got 5. Which one is correct? This one is a little bit tricky, right? Okay, let me tell you the final answer. That should be 5. Oh, no, that should be 4. Okay, everyone. Okay, so everyone, that should be 4. This is because we can see divide 20 pairs among James and his 4 friends. So we can see that this time we need to share them into how many groups? 5 groups, right? Don't forget that James also want to have the pair. So James himself and 4 friends. So we will see that this time we want to share them equally into 5 groups, right? So we can see if we want to share them into 5 groups, we can see that there are 5 columns. So each column, they have the same amount, so we can just circle them. As for each column, there are 4 pairs, right? So we can see as for each group, there will have 4 pairs. Each person will get 4. Okay, perfect, everyone. It is a little bit tricky, I know it, but be careful next time. Okay, everyone, let's move on. So we can review our key points here. That is, sometimes we can draw the circles, draw the ovals to divide into equal parts. And equal means the same. You can also take some notes, everyone. Write it down. Equal means the same. Equal means same. They are all the same so that everyone can get the fair result, get the fair amount, right? Okay, perfect, everyone. This time, let's move on. How about this? Seems like today the internet is really bad. Okay, everyone, let me tell you the story directly. That is, we can see, as for today, there are 2 river gods here. So we can see there are 2 river gods, and this is the big brother. And this is the younger brother. So we can see today the big brother says, aha, I got 7 fish here. The younger brother say, why you get so many? I only got 3. I'm so angry. So our task is to see how can we share the fishes equally among them. Okay, everyone, the first way is that probably we can give them more fishes, right? So who need more fishes? If you want to see big brother want to have more, you can type B in the chat box. If you see younger brother need more, you can type Y in the chat box. Equal means the same. As for each group, they will have the same amount, okay? So everyone, we can see the big brother. Who do you think they should have more? Bigger brother or younger brother? Yes, the younger brother should have more, right? Because we can see the younger brother only got 3. So how many more do we need to give to the younger brother? Type in the chat box, how many more do we need? How many more do we need? Yes, we need 4 more because in the beginning we have 3, right? In the beginning we have 3, and the younger brother needs 4 more fishes so that they will have the same amount, right? And then another way is that we can take away some fishes from the big brother, right? So we can just steal some fishes from the big brother. Everyone, let's come back to the previous question. The big brother has 7, the younger brother has 3. And we can steal some fishes from the big brother. So everyone, we can see how many should we take away from the big brother? Yeah, we can take away 4 fishes from the big brother because we can see that the big brother has 4 more. So as for this question, we only care about what is the difference between the younger brother and the big brother, right? So everyone, this time we can see that there are 2 rows of pencils here. The first row has 6 pencils. The second row has 4 pencils. So our task is to see if we can change the total amount of the pencils. If we want to make it equal, we can take away some pencils from the first row or add some pencils from the second row, right? So we can see we can take away how many pencils from the first row? We can take away how many pencils from the first row so that they will have equal amount. So everyone, let's count together. The first row have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pencils, right? And the second row, there are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pencils. So we can see this time, what is the difference between them? The first row has 2 more, right? This is because 6 take away 4 equals 2. So we can see if we want to make the same amount, yes, good job, Julian, Sydney, Changfan, so that we can see that we can take away 2 pencils from the first row, or we can add 2 more pencils to the second row. So this is the first way, that if we have more pencils, we can add more pencils or take away some pencils from them. We can change the amount, right? But sometimes the question is a little bit different. What if, the total amount cannot change this time? We can see the big brother has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fishes. The younger brother has 1, 2, 3. 3 fishes, right? So in total, they have 7 plus 3 equals 10. 10 fishes. So we can see that if this time we cannot give them more or take away to change their total amount, we can only let them share with each other. For example, the big brother can give some fish to the younger brother. Then think about that. Need to give who how many fish so that they will have the equal amount. Because this time we can see the big brother have more, right? So we can see there must be the big brother give some to the younger brother so that they will have the same amount. So everyone think about that. The big brother need to share how many fish with the younger brother? The total difference between them, we can see it is 4 fishes, right? So the old brother just give 4 to the younger brother? Is it like that? Can or cannot? Cannot, right? So for example, if the big brother give 4 to the younger brother, then the big brother will say, this time I only got 3, but the younger brother have 7. I'm so angry. I cannot bear it. So everyone, we can see that actually we only share half of their difference. That is 2 fishes for still left here for the big brother, but we give the other half of their difference, that is the 2 fishes, to the younger brother. So this time, let's double check. 7 minus 2 equals 5. And the younger brother gets 2 fish from the older brother, right? So he will have 3 plus 2 equals 5. So this time, we can make a conclusion that if we want to share it, we can also always take away half of their difference from the who have more amount. Okay, everyone, this time let's try this question. There are 2 rows of pencils here. The first row has 6 pencils. The second row has 4 pencils. To make it equal, we can move how many pencils from the first row to the second row. You can type in the chat box. We can see the first row has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pencils, right? The second row has 1, 2, 3, 4. So the difference between them is 2, right? So we can see the total difference between them is 2. Then can we take away 2 from the first row, give it to the second row? No, cannot. Then the first row will have less, right? So we only take away half of their difference and then give it to the second row. So we only move 1 pencil from the first row to the second row. Good job, everyone. So this time, try it by yourself. There are 2 ponds with different number of ducks. How many ducks should move from pond A to pond B so that both ponds they will have an equal number of ducks. We can see equal means the same amount, right? The first one have 6. The second one, we have 2 ducks. So I see their difference is 6 minus 2 equals 4. So I want to just take away 4 ducks from the first pond and then give it to the pond B. Can or cannot? Definitely cannot, right? So if you imagine that we take away 4 ducks from the pond A and give it to pond B, then the pond A will say, I only have 2 left here. I don't want to give that much. So what we need to do is to take away half of the difference. 4 can be shared into 2 and 2, right? So we only take away 2 ducks from the pond A so that the pond A will have 6 minus 2 equals 4. 4 ducks here, right? And the second pond B will get 2 more. So 2 plus 2 equals 4. They will have the same amount. Perfect. So we can review our key points here. That is, equal means that everyone must have the same amount. And when we are sharing them, we can draw some circles to divide them into equal parts, equal groups. And then we also learned what if the amount of them, they are not the same. If the question asks us, probably you can add some more or take away some. You can change the total amount, right? But there are also some questions that we cannot change the total amount. We can only move the objects from one person to another person. So this time we can see we only take away half of their total difference. For example, the boy in blue shirt has 4. He got 2 more. This is the difference, right? The total difference is 2. So we only take away half of the difference. That is only 1 pencil to the second boy. Then they will have the same amount. So that is all for today's lesson. Hope you enjoy it. I'm looking forward to seeing you next week. After today's lesson, I'll also give you 3 more questions for today's homework. If you can finish it on time, that is before today 9 p.m., you will get 1 point. And who submit your homework among the first 10 students, you can get 1 more point. So everyone, looking forward to receiving your homework. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Today you did very well. Good job, Sydney, Julian, Clay, Changfan, Max, Candice, everyone. 袁成 also very well done, right? Today a lot of us did a good job.